I can tell, what is it, a tenth and a half, and something around the first sector. Pretty equal. Well, let's see if Bottas can do it. That's the fight I'm looking forward to. And as he passes me, it is Bottas who is the first to go out. So no toes for him. And in fact, as Hamilton follows him, if there is a toe and a benefit to be gained from some sort of aerodynamic toe to be had, then it's Hamilton who will gain rather than Bottas on this final run.
Bottas might get it from Antonio Giovinazzi. You never know, because he is the first car onto the track. Martin.
Giovinazzi taking his first run, of course. He's only got fresh tyres for one run. He used all of his normal allocation up to get into Q3. Then you get a little present of an extra set of the qualifying tyre.
Bit of running around there as they, I think, try and get Charles Leclerc out a bit quicker at Ferrari. As his teammate comes out of the garage now. Is Charles Leclerc going to follow him? Yes. But they were scampering, Martin, weren't they?
Yeah. So if it did fail to upshift a Ferrari, that's normally quite a big thing. Well, it depends if he was on a curb at the time or something, bouncing around. Sometimes that can happen, but it's they don't call them seamless shift gearboxes for no reason. They basically, you can barely detect. Some of them you get a little beep in your ear to tell you when to shift.
So here's interesting. How costly is that seamless shift that wasn't seamless and was missed going to be to Sebastian Vettel? Well, it's initially cost him the opportunity to get the toe behind his teammate, because if you look now, they've swapped him around and it's Vettel out first, Charles Leclerc behind him.
Yeah, Bottas and Hamilton are very close together. There they are. Lewis just backing off now.
And all the drivers spend hours in briefings and told just how to prepare the tyres and the brakes in the way that they would want for this opening lap. The two Mercedes have cleared. Giovinazzi in the Alfa. It's down the straight we go then with Valtteri Bottas, who's got tenth and a half to make up on his teammate Lewis Hamilton. Mercedes have led every single session once again this weekend, as they did here at Paul Ricard last year. The front row was Hamilton and Bottas in that order. The front row as it stands at the moment, Hamilton and Bottas in that order, with Hamilton looking for a 60th pole with Mercedes here today. It's already an all-time record for amount of poles with one single constructor. Mercedes looking for their 63rd front row lockout in Formula One, and it's not gone well for Valtteri Bottas through that first sector, Martin. Neither he nor his teammate managing to improve on the best time.
Wind speed's up to 5 metres per second now. It'd be, I don't know if they're getting headwind down there. And what Leclerc was referring to earlier on is with his foot planted in top gear, he could see on his dashboard he was losing time compared to his fastest lap, and all he was doing was going flat out.
Yeah, just hope Seb is not slowing down too much, because he is at the moment.
Okay, it will be fine. It will be fine.
Lewis Hamilton's had a very good middle sector. Charles Leclerc is just getting a bit concerned that his teammate wasn't getting on with it in the way that he needed to on the outlap. But for Valtteri Bottas, the speed isn't there on this lap, Martin.
No, Bottas not getting on with it either. He's currently half second down on his teammate who's behind him.
Bottas reaches the final corner. Has he made up anything in the final sector? Hamilton right behind him. It's the dash down towards the line. Bottas on the front row, stays on the front row. Could not improve on his time. Hamilton crosses the line. He improves on his time. He is on pole position for the French Grand Prix. It's a 1-2 once again for Mercedes in qualifying, unless the teams that are behind them can catch. It isn't going to happen for Lando Norris. I'm not quite sure what's happened there. Max Verstappen. Yeah, he's backed off. Max Verstappen with a personal best in the middle sector, trying to put some pressure on Ferrari as crosses the line now. Carlos Sainz to go fourth fastest. Norris then goes fourth fastest, out qualifies his teammate once again. The McLaren head-to-head this year in favour of Lando Norris, 5-3. Max Verstappen goes fourth fastest, reaches the second row. Daniel Ricciardo only seventh fastest for Renault. Sebastian Vettel needs a lap time, only seventh fastest for Sebastian Vettel. That is a major disappointment for Ferrari, as his teammate puts his prancing horse on the second row. And for McLaren, big smiles for Zak Brown and Andreas Seidel and their team. It is Norris 5, Sainz 6 on the grid. That's by far their best qualifying performance for many a long time.
Yeah, no wonder they're very happy. Looking out the third row of the grid ahead of a Ferrari. So Vettel had a miserable qualifying session in the end, didn't he? Clear up there on the second row with Verstappen. I think Red Bull will be very satisfied with that, actually. A second row start in terms of where they felt they might be.
That's it, Lewis. Get in there, mates. Well done. That's pole position. Fantastic job.
Yeah, Valtteri did a 39.5 for a final set. He backed off to... Well, it just the lap wasn't happening for him, was it? And you could sense he didn't really attack that final corner with any gusto at all.
Smiles for Toto Wolff, Esteban Ocon, one of the first to offer congratulations. FIA President John Todd watching on as his former team are now overtaken in the front row lockout stakes, and this was all the sorts of troubles that Valtteri Bottas was having into the final corner.